Hey Sagittarius, we are going to be doing a reading, so we're going to get right into it and see, whoa, what's going on. There we go, Sag. Seven of Swords. All right, excellent. Well, that's a great place to start. So, all right, Seven of Swords. Okay, so anyway, Sag, this reading is going to be a little bit different than usual. I'm going to be doing relationship readings, like love relationship spreads next. So I just wanted to start with this one. All right, Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on. All right, Sag. Well, okay. Ooh, Sagittarius. So you have the Seven of Swords with the reverse Magician out, okay? That's sketchy, I gotta tell you that right now. So I'm not sure what's up with that, Sag, but Queen of Wands just came out. Maybe you're pissed off and you want justice, or maybe somebody else is pissed off and they maybe took justice in their own hands, okay? That kind of thing. But I also understand here, Sagittarius, is possibly somebody used their power in a really not so wonderful way. Okay, maybe you and somebody else, okay? That kind of thing. I kind of feel like there's maybe something here you want. I think you do want justice on something here, Sagittarius, okay? I think you do. I think you know that you have been done pretty dirty here. I do understand that. I don't think this is a surprise. Okay, especially, I mean, Seven of Swords and the reverse Magician, like, it's kind of a giveaway. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, Three of Hearts just came out. Okay, so for some of you, 100%, this could have something. Okay, before anyone freaks out here, Sag, all right. Seven of Swords, reverse Magician, and the Three of Cups. A little bit of a what the F energy there, okay? So definitely, maybe this has something to do with cheating, okay? Certainly could have something to do with that, all right? You know, we all know what cheating is. So it could have something to do with that, but it could also have something to do with maybe not believing in yourself and therefore possibly missing out on something here, okay? Something to celebrate or something like that. Maybe because there might be a hard time to ask for help in some sense, okay? Or you might be used to doing something alone, or you might be feeling like, well, I should have already known how to do that. You know what I'm saying? There's something. So we haven't even started your reading yet, Sagittarius. So let's do that. Sagittarius. Sag, I wonder if you're dealing with another Sagittarius, okay? I kind of feel like you might be. Maybe you like the number 28. There's the Seven of Swords, so that's what we're doing. And the Chariot's at the bottom. Ooh, okay. Oh my God. All right. So Sagittarius, I promise you, if you have felt like there has been something driving you freaking crazy trying to figure something out, whenever you watch this video, you're either going to have already just started getting those clues as to what it is, or it's like, here it comes. Okay. I can almost guarantee that. All right. So I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm telling you, you gotta trust me here. So, all right, Seven of Swords, this is showing up as the problem. I think that there is something that you're either feeling like you are not worthy of something here for I don't know, maybe this whole Three of Cups and Seven of Swords, that kind, all that kind of stuff coming out, okay? Maybe that's your internal thought is, I don't deserve this. I'm not worthy of whatever this is because I did something bad in my past. That's not how life works, okay? That's not how life works. Could you imagine if we were held on a friggin' cross for making a mistake as a human? Could you imagine that? That would be a really interesting world to live in. Also, it's one of those things where it's like, well, I certainly hope that whoever the other person is has never made a mistake, has been perfect their whole life. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy that that I'm like being smacked with in your reading here, okay? So I am understanding that big time. All right, so let's see. Sagittarius. Okay, so you have the Ace of Hearts, and this is showing up as the lie, okay? So I think somebody's heart's in the wrong place. That's what I think. I think that somebody has their heart in the wrong place here, okay? That kind of stuff. Why do I feel like there is just a relationship or something here that is, it's, I don't know, I don't know if you're having a problem in the sense of feeling like, oh, I'm not intuitive, I can't figure this out, or I should be farther, like I should already know this, or there's no, or like there's no, I don't know. What am I trying to say here? Oh God, it feels like there's something you should be like celebrating or being really proud about here. I don't know why you're rejecting that, but that's what it feels like. It feels like you're rejecting that or you're not believing in it. Okay, that kind of stuff. I also wonder if you're just waiting. I wonder if you're feeling like you are, I almost want to say like you're being set up, like that kind of stuff. Okay, like there's almost like nervousness or apprehension. Okay, that kind of stuff. All right. So let's see. You guys have the 10 of Pentacles. That was weird. You know what I just saw? I don't know if any of you guys know the book. You know the Berenstain Bear books? I used to read those like all the time when I was a kid. I'm seeing the pattern of the like mama bear's pajamas. That's so weird. I don't know. I'm seeing that. So I'm like, oh my God. That almost makes me feel like the movie The Mask, when like he leaves like a piece of his pajamas and it like morphs into like, or I don't know, whatever. Okay, so anyway, I don't know. So, all right, you guys have the 10 of Pentacles, and this is showing up for what the truth is here. So, all right, well, okay, I'll tell you one thing. It feels like the truth here is that you are financially doing just fine, okay? That's what I'm understanding here. Maybe this is I gotta tell you, I can't imagine this is a surprise for you. I think it maybe is a surprise for somebody else, okay? That's what I'm feeling. I really do think that somebody is acting like totally out of character here, or again, I don't know, somebody is doing something that just does not go, it's like they're not like listening to their emotions, okay, that kind of stuff. Maybe you're even feeling like somebody just straight up could care less about like how you feel or you at all, that kind of stuff. Not the best feeling, but you know, that unfortunately sometimes we feel that way, okay? Maybe there's like, I don't want to say that's a lie because that's really frustrating, you know what I'm saying? But there might be something where it's like, there's more underneath, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. So all right, okay, 10 of Pentacles as the truth. I think the truth here is that you are that you have extreme support here. I think that you're probably financially doing just fine, okay, that kind of stuff. I think that is what the truth is. I can't imagine. This is a weird reading. It really freaking is, okay? I'll tell you another thing. The truth about something also here is that the truth is something has rocked your stability or has made you feel like you are struggling for something that you shouldn't be struggling for, okay? That kind of stuff, all right? Absolutely. I wonder if somebody did something thinking that it was going to hurt you and it ended up like, it's like, yes, it hurt me, but like that had a ripple effect. And I just talked about that or I named a reading that, I don't know, something about that, okay? There's something like that, you know? Okay. All right. You guys have the 6 of Hearts, and this is showing up for the solution here. There's something about, I want to say reviewing something, going back over something, that kind of stuff, maybe remembering who the heck it is that you are, that type of situation. And I'll tell you another thing here, 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Hearts, for those of you who are like very like connected with your ancestors, or maybe like, you know, unfortunately not everyone has like a family support system in like right with them, you know, that kind of stuff. But what I find, or this is my personal little spiel here, okay? Yes, I do not have like my mom and my dad, you know, living in the same state. My brother doesn't, none of that, okay? I I do have family in the state. Okay, so anyway, so whatever. Okay, not whatever, but whatever. You know what I mean. It might be that the solution here is to rely on that support from, I want to say maybe siblings, maybe if you, I don't know, that kind of stuff, but maybe there's something in the terms of like, I want to say ancestral support, okay, that kind of stuff. Or there's something here that the truth of it is that you do have more than enough to do something here. Maybe someone else thinks you don't. That's going to be their problem, not yours. Okay. We've got enough problems of our own over here. So, I do think that there is something about like, you can return back to something or revise something, edit something, that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Certainly could be. I don't know if this 10 of Pentacles for your truth here. Okay. It's like, yes, this is true, but why do I feel like you're feeling like you have to defend that, or you're feeling like I don't know, there's something. So let's clarify and see what's going on here. Okay. I do think that there's maybe something in the terms of, for possibly, maybe there's trying to find how something could have like been innocent, but I don't think it was. So I don't want to say that because my intuition is like, nope, that's not true. So, I don't exactly think this was innocent, whatever it is, okay? I feel like that's not the case. I feel like if anything, the solution to whatever this is to revise something, that kind of stuff, going over something, reviewing something, that type of situation, okay? That's what I think. All right, so let's see. Okay, there is also maybe something that is like extremely valuable in your family or has been in your family, that kind of stuff. I understand that as being brought up or something here, okay? That type of stuff. Maybe this is a revelation for somebody else here, but why do I feel like you are, I don't think that you're surprised. I think that you're just like, well, I'm not a show off. I think there's a difference. All right, so let's see what's going on. Sagittarius, maybe you are a show off. King of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys are financially doing just fine. Okay, so here's the thing, you're either financially doing just fine, or that's what you want set straight here, is you want something set straight in the terms of the problem. I've been lied to, okay? The lie, it's, somebody was acting out of character, that kind of stuff, or that somebody's feelings were in the wrong place, that kind of thing, okay? Maybe somebody intuitively felt one way and it was completely inaccurate, you know what I'm saying? But if that affected you and they didn't ask you first, that's a problem. That's a real problem, okay? All right. So, that could certainly be part of whatever is going on here. All right. And maybe the whole thing is like problem, feel like I've been lied to, or you have been lied to, that kind of stuff, or, that type of energy. And again, it could be the truth is maybe it really did affect your finances. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. I feel like maybe, I don't know. That's okay. It's all going to get sorted out, Sagittarius. It really is. And I'll tell you another thing. There's the Hermit card. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I know it's frustrating right now, Sagittarius. I know it is. You have to keep hanging in there, okay? I can't stress it enough. You just have to. You have to, because it's things are getting sorted out. God, I'm getting emotional again. 9 of Wands. So I think you guys, here's the thing. When you've been done dirty or lied to for so long, at a certain point, when you come out of that, you're like, you know what? I don't feel like being nice anymore. And that's fine. That's completely fine. I think if anything, maybe, obviously we need to be nice to people, okay? Because that's what we need to do. We need to spread positivity, not hate. I think it's more just like, maybe you don't give people the benefit of the doubt the way you used to. That's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Something about that. So let's see. Why do you and somebody else have a shared memory or the same dream? You certainly could, or you're connecting with the same ancestor, the same person. I think so. I think so. Do you have a long lost something or other? What am I getting? I'm like, what is this? All right. Ooh, why did I know the Fool was going to come out? Queen of Hearts, that's why. All right, so let's see. 7 of Swords, and you guys have the Fool card, and this is showing up as the problem. I think you've been treated I think somebody assumed you weren't going to find out about something. That's what I think, Sagittarius. I think there's somebody here who assumed that you were not going to find out about something, all right? And I also think that there is a situation here where somebody or something here has made you feel like an imposter in your own body or in whatever you're doing here, to the point that you might be like, I'm not giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not taking a leap of faith on anything, okay? That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We said something about innocence. This Fool card can also kind of like bring up that energy. I'm understanding you guys being like, I don't trust what's going, I'm not going to trust you now. That's just what it is. You know, that kind of stuff. And that's fine. You know, that to me makes complete sense. But I will say, Sagittarius, whatever this is, it's 100% going to get like, it's going to be rectified. It's going to be solved is what I want to say. Okay. That I can almost, and I know I just said this, I can almost guarantee that. Just the way I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? And like what's going on here, I'm like, yeah, I know it's frustrating, and I feel like it's something that you're like, I want now, but I also think that you're well aware that it's like, oh, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds really vague, but that's totally what I'm getting. So, all right. Okay. Maybe you're also feeling like somebody is hiding something from you or lying to you, because I think you might have, they're like, it's the phrasing, the wording. Okay, so there we go. So here's the thing, Sagittarius, you're dealing with somebody who's very manipulative. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. So you're going to have to be very clear, cut to the point, that kind of stuff. All right. Because this is a person who's going to use the way things are phrased or the wording of something against you. Super manipulative. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, all right. Let's see. You guys have the Ace of Hearts and you have it with the Four of Wands. This is showing up as the lie. I feel like maybe there's a lie in the sense of something was not finished, something was not completed, that kind of stuff. Okay, maybe somebody didn't know where their emotions fell on one side of thing. Okay, or on one side of an argument, whatever it is. Okay, that could certainly be it. I also understand maybe something not being celebrated because there was a broken trust or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Either somebody took something like so personally and that caused something to be like, okay, well, that's your plateau. That's it. Okay. That's what I'm feeling here. Like, it's almost like you stopped moving forward on something because you were either distrustful of a situation or you caught wind of something that was being done. I do want to say behind your back. And it's almost like, I can't imagine that whoever the other person is here didn't think that this was going to somehow like be a problem. It's like, well, obviously. And I feel like you're feeling that way too. It's like there's frustration and it's like now it's just this big ball of confusion. You know what I'm saying? But again, it is going to be sorted out. It is going to definitely take work on your part, okay? It's like you're going to have an active role in this and be motivated, okay? Maybe when you're not even wanting to be motivated, all right? But, you know, that's what I'm feeling here. So, all right. You're a Sagittarius. Like, you kind of got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you're going to be okay. It's kind of a not wonderful situation for like the meantime. So, all right, let's see. You guys have the 10 of Pentacles and then you have it with the 8 of Hearts here. And this is showing up as the Truth. Maybe you were with somebody who's just a money digger. That's not true. How do you call that? A gold digger. Maybe that's what we're doing here is a gold digger. Okay. That could be something. All right. That certainly could be. Maybe you're feeling like you have to, maybe you're feeling like, oh, they only want access to me for a specific thing. That's annoying. That's, you know what that's called? That's called using somebody. So I don't think we need to be like used. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I think you've probably been through enough here. I don't know that you're really one to be like messed around with here, Sag. All right. So I do think that there is something where it's like, you know, the truth, maybe the truth here is that in order to get this 10 of Pentacles, there might be something that you really have to be like, okay, well, something doesn't fit here. Something, you know, this, I have to move away from something that is just not, it's below me. You know what it is? You have to be like, I'm better than this. I deserve better. I am worth it and I deserve better, but you have to believe that, okay? You really, there's something, and I think you do. I think you've been pushed to a certain point when you're like, I deserve better. This is not fair. I deserve better. I do think so. Okay. And that's showing up as the truth. And that's awesome. Okay. That's gonna help your finances. Okay. Absolutely. And it's also going to help like the stability or, like what's going on in your actual home, you know, your home unit, that kind of stuff. Okay. That could certainly be, you know, those are all good things. All right. You have the 6 of Hearts and you have it with the King of Wands here for your solution. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're going to have to review something, going over something, that kind of stuff. And details are very much important here, okay? I even wonder if there's maybe something where you're going to have to go, again, like a retrospective look on something, okay? That kind of stuff in order to kind of have something fair or in order to have something start gaining traction again, okay? That kind of stuff. I also want to say I think that there's probably something that needs to be revised in who's taking care of something or who is the, what rule book are we following? That kind of thing, all right? I am also understanding that. Interesting reading. Let's get you guys an oracle card. Oh, your reading was definitely longer than Aries and Leo's reading. These were supposed to be shorter readings this week. All right, Sag. So you have Mint, abundance, persistence, and proliferation. So, yep, that's what I told you. Okay, so yes, we're going to stick with persistence here, okay? Because that, and abundance, I'm telling you, you're just going to have to be motivated when maybe you don't. And here's the thing, okay? So this like mint plant, I'm pretty sure that it like literally goes nuts. Like you plant it and it's like all of a sudden it's like your whole garden. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like that. I'm getting like one bad apple ruins the batch, okay? That kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, there really, really is something here that your solution has something to do with going on the side of abundance. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time. You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is, Sagittarius? I think it's time for you to make some serious money. That's what I think. That's what I'm feeling, okay? I think that's what I think. That's what I know. So how about that? Okay. And you know, if there is something that you have to like revise, go over, like, you know, kind of check that kind of stuff. I see that as, absolutely being, you know, available to you. I think that you definitely have, you know what, here is this. I think for some of you guys, it's almost like you're like, I need to save finances. So if I just need to like get out of a certain situation, or if I, you know, I have to, I don't know, hire a lawyer for the next 20 years, whatever the heck it is, it's like you have that money, okay? Just because you're not flaunting it, you know, doesn't mean that it's not there. All right, so that is what I have for you guys, Sagittarius. That was an interesting reading. All right, that's what I have for you guys. This also makes me think of Mint Mobile, okay? Mint Mobile. Somebody might have not used up something all the way, okay? A card or something. I don't know. There's something there. Okay. So, all right. That is what I have for you guys. I hope that this reading was helpful and made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements. Otherwise, I will see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.